Jon Tilley from Spring Valley Library. Good to see some faces here. Every month, every first Wednesday of the month, I have a craft jamboree, and it's kind of cool because I have a whole hour and a half to present a craft to kids. And the hard part is coming up with something that's elaborate enough to last that long for them to make, but not so elaborate that they say, "How do I do this?" I have to help everyone. But it's been a real challenge, and it's real fun. One of the best ones I did was it's a Spongebob diorama. You can look at it when you come up. And I actually adapted this from, there was a, Mario. It was a Mario diorama that I saw online. I thought, well, that'd be kind of cool. I didn't want to do Mario. I wanted to do something the kids would like. And now, before I say anything, it's not restricted to age, which is, at first I was worried about, but it's actually good because I'll get parents in there with little kids, and I'll get teenagers in there, and they're all working, and I've never had a problem. The parents will help the little kids. It'll be like a little production line, like the little kid might be coloring, and the grandmother might be cutting things out, and the parent might be helping to build the structure, whatever it is. But they've all been pretty good. They worked out pretty well. And the SpongeBob was one of the favorite ones that I've done, and it was fairly easy to set up. What I did is I looked at the Mario diorama, and I took that design, and I found SpongeBob characters online and to color. So I printed those all on. Everything was on cardstock. So I printed those on cardstock, and I had to figure out the sizes, the proper sizes. But you could do that on Microsoft Word. And so what I did was the hardest part actually was making the stand, and like I said, I adapted it from the Mario. And I got a piece of this isn't cardstock, but I got a piece of green cardstock, and I did a little design. It would be like this, and I drew these lines here. I had to make these lines like this so that this thing we could cut it and fold it down so it would actually be it would stand like that. And I had to put lines over here at the back of it, put little slits here to decide what characters and what images I'm going to have standing up as a 3D image. And then in the front, of course, I have the stars of the show, Squidward and Spongebob and Patrick. And I had to draw this out, put the slits. That took forever because I had to go through and get an X-Acto knife and cut the slits. I didn't want to use X-Acto knives. And so anyway, I had all that. It was flat like this. I had them all set out, and I had, of course, the characters all in black and white, so they could color them on again on cardstock, white cardstock. And they surprisingly, I thought they would have a hard time with this, where you have to actually cut this here, fold it down, fold these flaps in. And I had a lot of teen volunteers in there who weren't really volunteering because they were making their own SpongeBob. They were my volunteers, but they were making their own. And so anyway, I had these different characters, and they colored them, and I had them also cut them out. They hadn't cut out yet. They had to cut them out. And then after they colored them and cut them out, they all had these little tabs on that fit into the little slits there. And I had them fold the diorama, and there's this little, I call it a goalpost, but it's like a frame back here. And I printed, I did print in color. The only thing I printed in color was the background. I found a bikini bottom is where SpongeBob is, and I found a bikini bottom ocean scene, and I reduced it to so it would be like a background photo, a background frame. And so they did all this. The slits were in there. They cut this. They formed it. They colored these, and they cut them out. They did a really good job of cutting out. I was surprised. Even the parents were real meticulous for the little kids. Then they got their little characters, and they stuck them in the slots. And almost everybody, I said they could put them in anywhere. The front characters, they could put it anywhere because it was just a single slot. And back I had like SpongeBob's house and Squidward's house and all that. And they actually went to a certain position so they could put those in. And my big worry was that there was so much involved, even though I had it set up so they didn't have to do that much work. I thought, boy, it's good. They're going to be confused, and they're going to ask a bunch of questions. I heard that I had to answer any questions or go around to anybody. They were all just doing it themselves, and they put it all together. No, very few problems. They even, a lot of kids even got glitter, and they put glue here, you know, paste and put glitter. They put their own designs on here. They got Spongebob. I had some Spongebob logos. They put them here or on the top. And for that craft project, and it worked out. It was almost exactly an hour and a half that everyone actually finished. And sometimes they run over, which is not good. But for that craft jamboree, I got the most positive results. A lot of people out there and said, "Oh, it was really fun. Thanks for doing that." And a lot of kids, they loved it. They took it home. They were showing everybody when they left. And so I think that the hardest part is actually, if you're going to do a craft like this, is think about what would be most difficult or dangerous, using the blades. What's most difficult for the kids to do or to think about? Have that already done. Like I had this design on here. And then if they need help, the teenagers, if you can get them to stop their diorama, you can go around and help them. But like I said, I was amazed that I hardly had any questions. People just did it, and they